We have all grown so accustomed to observing violence through the veil of screens, and it feels unrelenting. But imagine you weren't just watching, you were drowning in that trauma, that it wasn't a stranger, it was your family or your neighbor day after day. My name is Debra Gittler, and I'm the founder and executive director at Contextos, and we work at the heart of our city's most pervasive grief, at the trauma of historic inequity and racism and the violence we see on TV every day. See, we understand that the victims of Chicago's violence often start out as witnesses, and in turn, they may become perpetrators because hurt people hurt people. Research tells us these are not pathologies to be punished, but behaviors that have been acquired for survival. Here in Chicago, we work at Cook County Jail, and we work with schools and community organizations with those who have been victims of, or at high risk for, or even accused perpetrators of violence. Our innovative author circle model creates safe space for care and vulnerability where we can explore our entire stories from the greatest griefs to the greatest joys. By drafting, revising, and publishing the stories of their lives, our authors trust, and they begin to delve into deep reflection as they start to distinguish between choices others have made for them and the ones they've made for themselves so they can think about making different kinds of decisions. Then they bravely stand in front of audiences just like this one, filled with their friends and their family, folks like you and me who want to go beyond observing and towards understanding. So I'm going to tell you about one young man. Darius is here tonight. It took him a long time, Dee. It took you a long time to open up and share your story, and the terror of watching your brother's murder, and the suffering that happened at that police scene. So on the day of his brother's funeral, when his boys came to get him, Darius went out ready to avenge his brother, but instead those friends shot him 11 times in the stomach, and they left him to die. Now, he processed a lot of that with us, but ultimately he published a piece that went beyond headlines of gang members and thugs and talked about the big brother who taught him how to ride a bicycle and how to be strong and how to be loyal. See, we are different than other organizations that focus on the transactional, like jobs and housing, because we are the aspirational, so that Darius doesn't have to survive, he can thrive. So what I am asking of you tonight is please don't be a voyeur to this violence. Be an active audience, an informed advocate. Read their stories, attend Contextos story events. Let Darius tell you about his experiences for himself. We have 750 alumni in Chicago. We're serving 250 more this year, and we know this summer is gonna be dangerous. So I'm asking for your support to help us, help them write a new chapter for our city.